World 24H, the U.S. military sent a fighter jet to shoot down a Chinese hot air balloon. U.S. military warplanes on February 4 shot down a Chinese hot air balloon off the coast of South Carolina shortly after it left the mainland. The U.S. accuses the Chinese hot air balloon that flew over its territory as a spy device, although China insists it is just a civilian device for meteorological research purposes. U.S. officials have argued that China's hot air balloons violated U.S. sovereignty and international law. After the hot air balloon flew off the mainland, the U.S. military used a fighter jet to shoot down the device over the Atlantic Ocean, off the state of South Carolina to avoid danger to people on the ground. Mr. Medvedev claimed that more American weapons would burn all of Ukraine. Deputy Chairman of the Russian Security Council Dmitry Medvedev has stated that the supply of more advanced U.S. weapons to Ukraine will only be met with more retaliatory attacks by Russia, within the scope of the Russian nuclear doctrine. Huge explosion in Afghanistan's capital injures 2 civilians. On February 4, a police spokesman in the Afghan capital Kabul said 2 people were injured when an explosion rocked the police district 2 of the city. According to unnamed witnesses, an explosion rocked Pushtunistan Wad, a neighborhood in District 2 at 6:20 p.m., local time, on the same day, causing casualties. Israelis continue to protest against judicial reform. On the evening of February 4, tens of thousands of Israelis continued to take to the streets for the 5th consecutive weekend to protest against the government's judicial reform plan led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Some 60,000 people gathered on Kaplan Road, where the government complex is located, calling on Prime Minister Netanyahu to stop implementing judicial reform plans that are said to run counter to democratization, such as interference in the public sector, Supreme Court work or homosexuality. The number of flu cases in Japan has increased to alarming levels. The number of flu cases in the country has reached alarming levels for the first time in 3 years, the health ministry said. According to statistics released by the National Institute of Infectious Diseases of Japan on February 3, as of January 29, the average number of flu patients per day at each medical facility nationwide was 10.36 people, exceeding the standard warning level of 10 people/facility. This shows that Japan is at risk of a flu outbreak in the next 4 weeks. The family of the Itaewon Stampede victim clashed with the police. On the afternoon of February 4, the families of the Itaewon Stampede victims clashed with police in central Seoul when these people took to the streets to protest and set up a memorial altar at Seoul Plaza without permission. Government approval. Russia and Ukraine exchanged nearly 200 prisoners of war. According to Reuters news agency, Ukraine's chief of staff, Andriy Yermak, said 116 Ukrainians have been released. Meanwhile, Russian news agencies also quoted the Ministry of Defense of this country as saying that 63 Russian citizens have been released in this round. The prisoner exchange is done through the intermediary country, the United Arab Emirates, UAE. Japan's Prime Minister fired an aide for discriminatory statements about transgender people. Japanese Prime Minister Kishida Fumio said on February 4 that he had fired a close aide because of his discriminatory statements about homosexuals and transgender people. Masayoshi Ere, Kishida's former executive secretary, said on February 3 he didn't want to live next to lesbian, gay, bisexual or transgender couples and that he didn't even want to look at them. The official is said to have even warned people to flee Japan if same-sex marriage is allowed. The West accuses Iran's Fordow facility of violating its nuclear obligations. The United States, France, Germany, and Britain say Iran has secretly modified the Fordow facility to produce highly enriched uranium, demonstrating Tehran's failure to fully comply with protections under the 2015 nuclear deal. Based on the report of the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA.